Okay, a new initiative here. A 5-minute glimpse snapshot of an area in focus. We are continuing with our market observations, the full 30-minute deep dive, but we literally have years worth of requests. So these 5-minute snapshots, the first one here for Maitland, New South Wales, we'll be investigating for Matt Taylor, the individual suburbs and streets to look out for to purchase there. So let's dive into this 5 minutes session on Maitland, New South Wales. Before we do, I did want to announce and remind you of an upcoming launch we are making. It is a new initiative, the Even Playing Field System by Ripe House Academy. We've had guys here in the business working day and night to put this together. It's a tremendous system with all of the knowledge in myself and the team, the broader team's knowledge of hundreds of millions of dollars worth of acquisitions. It's all of our trade secrets here in a beautiful new system and delivery that we'll be taking you through very shortly. So we have the launch of that. We'll be showing you exactly what it is and why it is coming to you in the next few days. There is a link to register for a webinar with more information on that system and how you can access it in the description below. If I was to buy in Maitland, New South Wales, where would I look at buying specifically? So the exact suburbs, the exact pockets, and the exact streets. Just as a disclaimer, we're not currently buying in Maitland, New South Wales. It was an area that Matt did ask for his own personal reasons, and I thought, I'm happy to do that. If there are other areas that you'd like us to look in specifically at your request, I'm happy to do that as well. But I need some time to go away and do the analysis. So Matt, once again, if I had to buy in Maitland, New South Wales, where exactly at a suburb, local government area, suburb and a street level, would I look at buying? And I have prepared this research using our internal, our platform. Overall, Maitland, top 79% of all areas across the country. It's almost at our acceptable level, but the yield is not quite there. So it's actually across the whole country, almost in the top 20% of opportunities. That's, 3 to 5 year midterm opportunity. It's doing a very good job, or a good job, sorry, not a very good job, a good job, almost a very good job. Let's have a look at the individual statistics. So I might start off with the employment tab. Good diversity in employment. We have good, strong income growth. Sorry, good. Overall, it looks relatively strong, but it is low on a national level for this type of area. So I just wanted to probably dig into that a little bit deeper. Nationally, it would still be okay but it's classified as a large regional centre, so it has a higher requirement. So for large regional centres, it is low income growth, but at a national level, it's okay. It's not really an issue or concern. It is moving up in the right direction. Commute time is 16 kilometres. Remember, a lot of people in Maitland are travelling to Newcastle and into mining, regional employment, wineries, etc. So overall, employment is generally relatively healthy. Lifestyle factors, I won't spend too much attention here. Maitland is an area that has a Bunnings, it has your hospitals in and around it. You are pretty close to Newcastle. It has a lot of employment and that natural amenity, but it's not a beachside area, okay? So a lot of the amenities here are around employment, retail, and those Bunnings type stores. New projects, so I might skip through here quite quickly. Average, we have some big ticket items in and around Newcastle, a lot of retail, hospitality, innovation projects, industrial. But overall, we have a lot of population in the area, the broader region. So we've got about $5,000 spent per person in the Maitland LGA. So not blowing the socks off, but we do have the nice big ticket items there and some employment coming through. Population growth, slowing down, but still quite high. 2% population growth is pretty much national average and acceptable. We have a strong undersupply across the local government area, but as you'll see in a moment, there are some very strong risk factors. And we are projecting very good, very high population growth for the area for the next 3 years. These are our internal projection population numbers. So let's have a look. We've got high population growth, but we also have high supply in the pipeline. So some of the areas in and around this area, this particular suburb pocket has 70% new homes in the construction and approval pipeline. Obviously a big no-go area. Whilst you have the Maitland suburb itself as very well established here, Mount D, South Maitland, very well established and under that 2% new supply. So I would definitely be focusing my attention on the Maitland town area proper, or just south, just north, and just around it. Rutherford is an area that we've seen, as an area of focus over the last few years, that has 5% new supply into the area. This area south is a lot of new homes, 33% new homes in the construction pipeline. So we have to get very, very careful in these local government areas where we are forcing it. Our attention is here on this Maitland suburb. So what I've actually done is I've ranked all the suburbs in the local government area. There's 45 in terms of the green are in our optimum buying window. The purples here, not really, okay, but not the right time to really be buying, and everything else underneath. So it really is these green areas that I would focus on. You need to look at the yields. Obviously, low sample size here if the yield is sort of off the charts at 9.1. But we're focusing our attention in and around this area at the Maitland suburb itself. 5% yield there is a standout for me at that purchase price. So I've loaded up Maitland already. We need to come in and determine, yes, it is in the primary buying window. We're coming in here, looking at recent growth. We've had 76% recent growth in Maitland, guys. It's gone off the charts. We might have sample size issues when we're looking at individual suburbs with that, but it has had a lot of growth in recent times. The yields haven't been that crash hot, but this really has to be our focal point of attention. If we are coming into Maitland as a suburb, right, we have to be very careful with the street dynamic. We need our 60% owner-occupiers. We need our decent levels of owner-occupiers. This centre pocket, no thank you, too many renters. This northern pocket, no thank you, too many renters. So we do have to probably stick to this, western pocket through into the southeastern pockets into South Maitland area. This is where we need to focus our attention to ensure there are enough owner-occupiers to drive that owner-occupier appeal. Property types. We want houses. We need to buy 3 or 4 bedroom houses in Maitland to hit the demand between the eyes. We want the potential lock-up garages, etc. So we are finding that fit. Generally, owner-occupiers or high owner-occupier areas have lots of houses as well, and we are seeing that fit quite nicely. They are accompanied by higher price pockets, so we probably want to focus our areas here to these lower, more investment-grade areas where we have that high number of houses, high number of owner-occupiers, and they generally have the higher yield. So only 2.9% yield. This is over the last 12 months. Previous screen was last 24 months. Sorry, I'll just remove all this off here. Definitely focusing on this pocket through this southeast pockets of Maitland as our higher yielding areas. Have to be careful of public housing. It is only this central point here of 5.1% and still not at the levels high enough to be worried. So I would be focusing on this particular area of the Maitland suburb proper if I was to be coming into this local government area. Hopefully that answers your question there, Matt. Definitely looking at houses in that location.